and that sure is what matters the most.
It's fair.
Good evening, Spurs up. Good evening, Alex. Good evening,
Spurs up, bro.
Spurs up. Can't see Q unless you go on the Famously Garnet's Twitter or Facebook page. You can watch the show live that is about to take place here. Q doesn't have enough followers on TikTok, I guess. they don't. They don't let.
All right, Chad. Spurs up. Chad. Spurs up.
They don't. They don't like Q over there on Spurs up, Chad. Spurs up. Yeah. They don't like Q over there on the old TikTok. Make sure y'all like the live, man. Pumping hard so we can get this thing going. Get many Gamecock fans in here as possible. Bro, that Xavier Currents video I posted went crazy on TikTok. I'm creating the broadcast now. Post it here. I think I just Rock Hill. That's what's up, bro. That is what's up. All right. Q, I'm about to give you a countdown here.
All right.
In 5, 4, 3. Oh, hold on. You're canceling. I mean, you're. Never mind. Okay, here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. What is up, everybody? Thank you for joining us here on the Welcome On Podcast. I'm your host, Famously Garnet, and joined by my co-host Q.
What it do, y'all? What it do?
And in today's episode, we're going to be talking about recruiting, but this time people are, hey, there's stuff to talk about. South Carolina has received 2 commitments in the last 24 hours. So what a time to be a Gamecock right now. South Carolina does what Q had this one, man. Kamari Blair, 4-star offensive tackle, commits to South Carolina over Tennessee. That's right, Tennessee. Josh Heupel, get in that locker. Get in that locker. And then South Carolina receives a commitment from Greenwood Product. The first Greenwood product since DJ Swearinger committing to South Carolina with Tristan Lewis. He is a Gamecock. We're going to talk about that and his position and what he's going to do with the Gamecocks. Q, it is it's a great time to be a Gamecock fan right now, right? Sure, South Carolina's had their misses over the last month or so, but this is a huge, huge get with Kamari Blair and as well with Tristan Lewis. Q, let's start off with Kamari Blair. You had this one coming out of Tennessee. That's where he's from. I had my earlier doubts and that he would leave the state, honestly. I really didn't think he'd leave Tennessee. But he ultimately commits to the Gamecocks. Can you talk about how big that was for South Carolina to put Josh Heupel in the locker?
As y'all can see, y'all see the do-rags on. Do-rags on today, man. No glasses, no hat, just do-rag, chain on. My chill chain. Anyone that knows me knows I wear a chain every game. I have a couple chains I wear, and usually I got a hat on. But today I'm chilling, and I'm chilling because you guys got to chill. I'm chilling because obviously y'all need examples. You guys struggle with word of mouth, so I got to give y'all some good examples of chilling, what chilling looks like. And this is what it looks like, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what chilling looks like. Hey, man, I went on the message boards and I saw something. I saw something I didn't think I'd see. Man, everybody wanted to sit there and say, we're done. The only recruit we're going to get is we may get one more recruit. That's what they said. That's what the people said. That was over. It's done.
Yeah.
And so, in my fashion, I decided to be petty. I'm not going to sit here and lie to y'all. I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat it. I led people astray at the end of Kamari Blair's recruitment because I'm petty. Some of y'all didn't deserve to know. There were folks out there, I ain't even going to call no names, but there's a lot of y'all out there that really thought Shane wasn't doing nothing. So I said, okay, I'll make a believer out of you. So I said, hey, we're running third for Kamari Blair. But then I said these words too. But I'm intrigued and I'm interested to see how this plays out. Why do y'all think I would ever say I'm intrigued or interested in something? It's got to be something to it.
Something. Got to be.
Got to be. So Tuesday comes. No words on VolQuest. Ole Miss feels like Tennessee's out. South Carolina says Tennessee's out. Tennessee doesn't understand how they would be out. Hey, who are we to tell y'all if y'all in or out? But this is one thing I did know. Kamari Blair. One, his upside is absolutely insane. Two, he graded out on our recruiting board better than another tackle that committed to Tennessee. Three, he was more than willing to leave the state. More than willing to leave that state.
Yeah.
Now, what everybody's worry was, because if you look at it, Ole Miss is just as, if I'm doing it correctly, Ole Miss is about as close as Knoxville is to where his house is in Clarksville. It's about, it's about 4 hours to Ole Miss, 4.5. And it's about the same to Knoxville. So about 4.5 hours. So distance was not going to be an issue when it came to Ole Miss. But this is where the rubber meets the road, folks. One thing you can't fake in recruiting, if you get a kid that cares about this, is authenticity and relationships. We were late to the party.
Say that again.
Authenticity and relationships. Those are important. We were very late to the party when it comes to this young man. But so was the other two. That's what people don't miss. And out of the three, guess who offered first? You got it. And you know he was serious and interested in us when he did an unofficial visit to us.
Mm-hmm.
Twice before he did his official. Folks, I gotta get y'all to understand something. Money has been thrown around as a big issue. And I'm not going to sit here and flex like money hasn't been a problem, because money has been a problem.
Yeah.
But it's not been the problem that you guys have said money has been. I'm here to tell you that much. We have made competitive offers every single time when it comes to recruits. But I'm not going to overpay someone that has not proven to me anything over someone that's sitting in my locker room right now. I'm not going to do it. They didn't even do it for Dylan. So I'm not understanding why you guys think we have to do that kind of stuff. We're not going to. Shane's not going to do that. Because Shane, once again, this goes back to what we said 2 years ago. Shane Beamer had a choice to make. Either A, you're going to play this game with everybody, or B, you're going to rely on culture and relationships. You got to choose which one you want to do. Shane chose culture and relationships. Has he lost some recruiting battles? Sure. I'll call Samari a loss. That was a loss.
Yeah.
To an extent, I'll call Watkins a loss. If you want to go that route, sure. That's fine.
Sure.
You're not going to sit here in my face and call Wingo a loss. You're not. You're not. There was not one time at any point at any stage were we leading for Wingo. We weren't. Were we in the game? As I stated on this podcast, FG was 100% right. That we were in the game because he came to his official. I never thought he was going to make it here, because if you guys got to see a little glimpse of what was going on, and FG knows I'm telling the truth about this, his recruitment was going to come down to money, period. And a lot of it was coming from those in-state schools. So, from the intel I got, I don't even see the kid making it here. But once he came, he loved the school.
I will say this, Q. I mean, towards the end, it really felt like it was going to be a Florida-South Carolina battle. And then all of a sudden, Florida's like, hey, we're going to bow out. And a lot of people thought that it was going to be the Gamecocks to win. But then at that point, Miami came back and, showed off their rear end. And that's what it is what it is. I mean, here's the beautiful thing, though, Q. South Carolina already has Sequel Patterson committed to the 26 class. He reclassified for 2027, and quite honestly, he was going to be one of the top wide receivers for the 27 class if he didn't reclassify. That needs to be remembered. That's not hearsay. That's just facts of the matter. That's just facts of the matter.
He
So
still
now
got it.
Sequel
He still can climb this year.
Oh, he still can. He absolutely can. He has time. He has a whole season in front of him, right? You don't get your final until the season's over. So watch that for sure. But South Carolina is set at wide receiver. I didn't think we'd take two in this class. I really didn't. I thought one, I'd be surprised if we even took one.
2 was max.
Yeah. So
And it had to be the right people.
it's definitely not a loss, man. It's definitely not a loss not getting Samari Wingo out of Florida. And obviously, I say it all the time. With any of these guys, Smoke, any of the other guys that South Carolina's missed on, recruiting is that marathon. And August 1st is going to be interesting. I'm not saying it's going to sway in South Carolina's favor or not, but I'm interested to see what happens. We keep bringing it up, but it's going to be interesting one way or the other, like we talked about.
It's intriguing.
Yes.
And then on top of that, PJ Dean, I want to I'm going to address that one too. I struggle with how you guys want to call that a loss too. PJ Dean to me was not a loss. Here's my reasoning behind that. It is on record that PJ Dean had committed to Columbia, South Carolina. He committed. He changed his mind last second because of some stuff that Georgia told him. But he was going to Columbia. You guys have got to stop letting what other people think and say be end all be all. I'm not rocking with that no more. I've told people off about it. I'm not rocking with that diddle daddle, be on one side, be the other. Hey, choose ye this day. Pick a side. But don't sit there and go back and forth because Shane Beamer has done what he's supposed to do. He's brought big boy talent on this campus and done big boy recruiting. He's not going to win them all, but he's sure as heck not going to lose them. He's done his part. I have been a big fan of how Shane has done what he needs to do. So now we're at the point when we're where we are at this stage with how Kamari Blair has come, which, by the way, I'm gonna throw this out there too. Just a little nugget right there. If Darius Gray commits to us, with Blair, Zion, and Darius as a class, and Anthony Baxter, shout out to Anthony too. You have those 4 guys that come along with what Shed Surratt and Damala from last year's class. And you still have Tro. Oh my God. Blake Franks. Josiah Thompson.
Stacked, man. It's a stacked offensive line.
You guys got to understand something. What Teasley's doing, what Greg Atkins is doing, it's gonna be serious. And I know people always like, well, I feel like Teasley can't develop. Well, I'm glad someone just said that. So I'm glad you brought that up. I'm glad you brought that up. Glad you brought that up. Man, I'm glad you brought that up. FG. Did Javon Gwynn get drafted? Who did he play for?
He played for the Gamecocks last time I checked.
Who was his coach? Who was his offensive line coach?
That would be old Lonnie Teasley at the end of it.
Okay. Just checking on that. Just checking on that one.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yep.
So then in 27, Josiah Thompson will be a first round draft pick too. But in order for him
Probably.
to be that, someone's got to develop him, right?
Correct.
That'd be a Lonnie situation.
It'd be a Lonnie
It
situation.
would be a
Correct.
Lonnie situation too, right? Tree Babalati Tro, also Lonnie situations.
Mm-hmm.
No, you're gonna have to make a choice. Talent doesn't outweigh coaching when it comes to trenches. Talent
No.
can't outweigh coaching in trenches. That's not
No.
even remotely possible. Talent can't outweigh coaching in trenches. That is a developmental class. It doesn't matter if you are a 0-star to a 5-star. You cannot be just talented in the trenches. That doesn't do it. You have to be coached.
Sure.
This isn't a skill position. You have to be developed.
Absolutely.
So Teasley's done more than his share of what he needs to do.
I think
Teasley's got more people put in the league than Clemson's had in some time.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think the thing about with South Carolina too, with Lonnie Teasley, is that people let the whole injury thing overshadow a lot of that. That's where a lot of that comes from the year before the 23 season is what people like to look back at. And as we've had many players on before, Lenore Sellers, we've had a lot of guys on here that talked about that situation. And how do you expect an offensive line to connect and work together when you have over 10 injuries on the offensive line? Long-standing injuries, by the way, not just like, oh, he missed a game here and there. I mean, you were not healthy that season.
At
all. You were not healthy that season.
Still won 5 games.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's where I'm at with it.
Yeah. Yeah. I do agree with that. So great get, like I said, by South Carolina, bringing in the man from Tennessee. Just a really great get with Kamari player. Now, moving it to the Palmetto State. South Carolina. Yeah, they missed out on a recruit, last week. That's, it happens. But here's a kid, Greenwood, South Carolina. DJ Swearinger, the first Gamecock commit out of Greenwood since DJ Swearinger. And that's Tristan Lewis. Tristan Lewis, a 3-star athlete. He's going to play DB at South Carolina. He's an athlete. The kid plays quarterback. He plays DB, and he's also playing baseball right now, by the way. And the kid can throw I think he can throw 90 miles per hour, I think, if I saw that correctly earlier. So the kid has got an arm on him. I don't believe we're bringing him in to play 2 sports, but if so, I mean, that'd be fine. But this kid's good. This kid is solid. Per sources from people in Greenwood and people in the upstate, they said that this kid can ball. And he's actually, you brought in, was it Leach, right? Leach from the upstate. He told he's one of the reasons why. Abbeville. He's the reason why he went to South Carolina, because of Leach, DeMarcus Leach. So I'm interested to see what Tristan's going to do, man. This season, I'm definitely going to be honing in to see what he can do. Actually, just as I'm talking about him, we messaged back because we're going to get him on the show. We want to get him on the show to talk more about his game and who he is as a player, and we could definitely do that. So the kid is a baller, man. He's good. He's good.
I'm looking forward to seeing. I'm looking forward to talk to him. I'm looking forward to seeing his tape. I'm big on tape and how he's able to play. It's going to help him a lot. Being a quarterback and then moving transition to safety, it helps.
Yeah.
DQ Smiths. So I'm intrigued by that. I am. And another one I want you guys to keep a real big eye on is Caden Ramsey. 6'5", 210 out of Cross, South Carolina.
Yeah.
It's only a matter of time. I believe we're gonna go ahead and get him in the class as well as our second tight end. But I do want to want you guys to understand a few things about him. He's played wide receiver, so transition tight end will be new for him. But when I say athletic, like Auburn and Alabama have been reaching out to just for him to just give them a chance to talk to him. The kid is that freaking good. Yeah, I'm telling you, as God is my witness, that's another one. He's gonna come out. What Sean Elliott's doing to that room with Mike Tyler, with Michael Smith, with Now you'll have him come in with Howes as well. Hey, you about to be very athletic. You're gonna have some guys that can catch it, can run some routes, and can block too, hard nose. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm. He's gonna be solid. He's going to be solid. His film looks good. He just he's on the smaller side, right? Playing wide receiver. He's about 205, 206, but
Mhm.
you get him South Carolina, get him to around that 225, 230 range, which he will get there, of course. You'll get that from him. And so I'm definitely interested to see where that one goes, to bring him in as a tight end. He's got some great stats too, man. He really does. So
Fantastic stats.
yeah, really, really good stats. It's if South Carolina gets this kid and he works well, that's a Sean Elliott gem right there. That is pulling one right out of the mud that nobody saw coming. And the same thing with Torian Gray, man. With this kid with Tristan Lewis. I mean, the same thing with him. I mean, that was one that I I couldn't have told you was coming. The offer just came for him and he committed on the spot. The kid I
Mhm.
believe grew up a Gamecock fan. So we're gonna get him on to hear more about his time what that offer meant for one, and then committing to South Carolina to hopefully make the kid's dream come true, man. Hopefully make his dream come true. So I'm excited. I'm excited about getting him on to see what he could do in the future. Now, Q, let's foreshadow. We have a commitment announcement. Today, if you're listening at the Welcome Home Pod, the Welcome Home Podcast on Apple and Spotify, or tomorrow, if you're tuning in live right now with Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, X, YouTube, all that fun stuff. Landon Duckworth. We are Landon Duckworth Eve right now. South Carolina's former Gamecock commit. He committed to the Gamecocks 2 seasons ago. And so now we wait. 4-star quarterback. He announces his decision tomorrow. I believe it's 6
Mhm.
p.m., right? 6
All
p.m.
right.
So what are your thoughts, Q, going into this commitment, our commitment announcement for Landon Duckworth?
I feel really good about it. I feel really good. I think we're in a good spot. Think this is going to be good for another, him recommitting and seeing that, home is this is where home is. I think this is going to be good to have him come in, you know, when you have come in behind with the Sellers, with Noland, with Cutter Woods, now him entering the fold. I think that would be good for us. And so I'm looking forward to it. I think we have a strong chance here. So hopefully, good news is tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah. Like so, we'll find out tomorrow. For those who if you've been living under a rock, Landon Duckworth, he was in the Elite 11. He's
Hmm.
I think top six, top eight, or something like that in
Hmm.
finishing. So not bad, not bad. I'm interested to see what he can do, man. At South Carolina, he fits into that skill set that Mike Shula is looking for, right?
Hmm.
The coach Shula is looking for. I mean, you're getting it from Aaron Nolan, and you're going to get that from Cutter Woods, which I'll tell you, man. I've been in the upstate working for my job lately this whole weekend, buddy. The Cutter Woods hype is real. The Cutter Woods hype is real, and Clemson fans up there are not too happy that they didn't get this kid out there at Westside High School in Anderson, South Carolina. So I've been told the kid's been balling from Cutter Woods. So it's going to be interesting to see what South Carolina football looks like at the quarterback position once Lenore
Hmm.
Sellers is done at South Carolina. I will say that much.
I think we'll be in good hands. I think we'll be in perfectly good hands.
Yeah. Yeah, you got a great running quarterback room there. Running back room, yeah, we'll talk about it. Brazil Faison still does not have an updated decision. Shane Beamer was optimistic, saying it could come this week. I mean, today is Thursday, tomorrow's Friday, of course. Could we hear it from him? Could we hear from the NCAA? It's possible, but you don't know. You don't know. I have nothing else to tell you about it. Hugh's got nothing else to tell you about it. If we knew what the NCAA was going to do, I mean, we would have
Would have been
broke that
told you.
news. Yeah, a
Would
long
have been
time
told
ago.
you. Would have been
A
told you.
long time ago.
Would have been told you, but I don't know what's going on.
No, no, it's definitely unfortunate. So we'll see whatever happens with that. But keeping it to the running back side though, Oscar Attaway. Oscar Attaway is up for a award. He's a nominee from the American Football Coaches Association. Now this article is written by Kevin Miller over there at Gamecock Central. Shout out to Kevin for this article. But on Tuesday, this past Tuesday, The American Football Coaches Association announced its list of nominees for the 25th edition of the All-State AFCA Good Works Team. A pair of Gamecocks made the cut as South Carolina football coach Shane Beamer and senior running back Oscar Attaway are two of the 197 overall nominees for this distinction. Beamer, who is entering his 5th season as the head man in Columbia, established the Beamer Family Foundation along with his wife, Emily. The foundation serves Columbia area children, especially in underserved areas in Richland County. Attaway transferred to South Carolina for the 24 season, has been an example of character and leadership since his arrival. This offseason, the 7th-year college football player was also the chairman, that's right, the chairman of the SEC Football Leadership Council that took place in Destin, Florida, which is really great. So I gotta tell you, being around Oscar Attaway and talking with him, dude, the kid is electric. He is awesome. Great guy. I cannot wait till we get him on the show. If you want an embodiment, you want a guy that is an image of South Carolina football or South Carolina athletics in general, that's who you want. That's a guy that brings those Dak Joyner vibes as being who he is as a person. And this kid's going to be great for football this year. I really do believe that. I think Oscar's going to do great for South Carolina this season. So
I agree with that.
To him.
I agree with that. I think it's big to have people like that in your corner and what's going on, because I do think Oscar Attaway, you need leadership. This year, you got to keep continuing having leadership. Leadership is essential to everything that's going on. That's how we were successful last year. We have to be successful again this year. It's all going to boil down to leadership. So this is huge for us. I think it's big. I am proud of Oscar. I am very proud of Oscar and what he embodies at this university. And so I'm looking forward to it, man. I'll tell you, this season can't come quick enough, man. Season can't come quick enough.
45 official days away if you're listening live on Facebook and X right now. 45, 44 if you're listening on this Friday morning or Friday afternoon, or whatever time you're listening. 44 days. So, Q, I can't agree more, man. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. SEC Media Days is over. It's done. It's done. The media didn't ask too many wild questions this year, which that was
shocking.
Good. Yeah,
that was shocking.
Outside of Feinbaum, asking if it's doable to win the SEC
because he's pretty dumb.
Yeah, well, that's Paul Feinbaum for you. That's Paul Feinbaum. Which South Carolina lost how many games last year? That LSU Alabama game by 5 points combined, 5 points, and one of those games was in Tuscaloosa. Come on now, man. Come on.
I agree. That's just what he does. That's what he does. So I'm looking forward to the season. I think we have a very intriguing schedule. Starting off 5-0, if we able to start off 5-0, you looking dead in the playoffs in its eyes. You're looking at dead in its eyes. That's all I can say. You're looking dead in its eyes.
I'd absolutely agree with that. The people want to know about wide receiver group coming into this year. Obviously, we've talked about that. Some with these wide receivers, these freshmen, right? Brian Rowe, Donovan Murph, Jordan Gidron, Lex Cyrus, Malik Clark. I mean, Jaden. Just where do you start? Jaden Sellers. I mean, there's so many guys. Q, if you had to ask, if you had to think of a guy right now, you had to name one guy that's going to be, hey, this is the difference maker for Gamecock football this year at the wide receiver position, who would you say that would be?
I'm thinking it's definitely I'm struggling between Donovan Murph, Brian Rowe, and Malik Clark right now. Those three guys each exemplify something different and they bring to the table. I think it depends on how quickly Donovan picks up that thing, but I mean, you guys have heard him. He was on the show. That cat is sharp as nails. He's been around the program ever since he committed. Even before then, he was around the program a lot. I mean, I'm betting on Donovan. I'm probably betting on Donovan, bro. I'm probably betting on Donovan, to be honest with you. I love his game. I love his game. Seeing him, I've seen him in person twice in high school. His game is just so different.
It's crisp. That's what it is.
It's beautiful. It's like it's an art, man. And Brian Rowe's toughness. I tell people once again, I mean this. Every time I tell y'all this, I really genuinely mean this. If Brian Rowe was 6'2", he would have been a 5-star plus. His game is immaculate.
It is.
It is immaculate how he plays the game of football and the toughness he's able to bring to it. Malik Clark is the best bubble screen guy I've ever seen with my own 2 eyes. What he's able to do with a bubble screen should be studied. He's got routes on him, but that bubble screen, that cat finds his way. You think he's tackled? That cat ain't tackled. The corner catch he had in the spring game, beautiful. I'm telling you all, we got a gem on our hands with him. We got a real gem on our hands with him. That group is going to be something special.
Yeah.
That group's going to do, that group, what they're going to be able to do, especially those in-state kids, that group's going to be something special. And I, for one, can't wait to see what they're able to do. I can't wait to see when the lights are on. I can't wait to see, to pair them with Harbor and Mazio and Jared Brown and Vendravius Jacobs. Man, that's why I say, if we would have got Wingo, that's called a luxury. That's called abundance. That's
Sure.
all that is called abundance. Because what we have in this class that's something special.
Yeah, I think that was it's a good play by UQ with Donovan Murphy, for one, who he is as a player. Two, it's Alshon's cousin, and like I said, they are close. I've spoke with his folks about that before. Great folks. The Murphs are awesome people. I can't say enough about them. Here's the thing with Murph. I mean, like I said, his game's crisp. He's out there. He's very confident. His confidence is going to carry him. That's one of the things about in the SEC when you play ball. You need to have confidence. You need to have confidence. If you get beat, if let's say, a DB beats you on a route and they're taking it the other way, you can't come back with your head down. You got to wake up. You got to get ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
When he played football at Irmo High School, I think that also helped out with him working with AJ Brand and, working with him and being at the caliber of football that Irmo High School has become. Because Irmo High School used to be a joke when it came to football. Let's call it how it is. It's always been Dutch Fork in the 803 or South Point in the upstate, right? But lately, Irmo's come on. Irmo's come on. And Irmo's got some great players for the 27 class that, quite frankly, if I was a Gamecock fan, I'd be watching out for, man. Jaden Bryant being one of the head leaders in that group. Jaden Bryant being one of the head people in that group. Yeah, Nick Carson, another guy. I'm telling you, they've got a great squad of guys. But, yeah, I think it's safe to say, Donovan Murph, Malik Clark is fantastic with those bubble screens. I would say this with Brian Rowe. I know he's smaller, but I'm going to tell you, this kid does not let that affect him. His vertical is insane. Insane vertical. He's been cooking players, during camp, which are some great players for South Carolina. Jalen Kilgore, Vakari Swin. I'm just putting that out there. South Carolina's got some great players in the secondary. And that didn't stop him from cooking in the in camp and what he's been doing. So I'm excited about seeing Brian Rowe. Jane Sellers, he's a dark horse, right?
Yeah.
You can't.
I think the offense in general is going to be very good.
Yeah.
Like you got those guys. You return Michael Smith, who played a lot of snaps last year as a true freshman, a lot of snaps, and I think that's going to play a huge role in how he plays this year. I think that offense is going to take the next step forward.
I do agree.
And it's only going to solidify more if Faison is definitely cleared. That will do a lot for you.
Yes. I could say this. I think fans are excited about the season. However, there's a lot of optimism that is currently surrounding this program. But once Faison, if he gets cleared, there's going to be a whole different kind of oh my God, I can't even speak right now. Let's just put it this way, okay?
Optimism.
That exactly. But no, I'm going to say this. I wasn't even trying to say optimism, which is wild. I think that this fan base is going to take a whole nother step of their predictions of where it's going to go. I think the enthusiasm is going to be even
Yeah.
crazier than being how far we are away from football right now.
I'm just intrigued to see what the defense is able to do.
Yeah,
If the defense is able to do what they need to do, if they're able to get home some, if they're able to do, you know, all those different things, I think you're looking at a playoff team.
yeah,
I like the defense. I'm big on it. That secondary is good. You got pass rushers there. If the interior holds up, if linebackers do their part, I think we're good. I think we're good. Um,
I do agree.
week 1 will tell us a lot. Week 4 will tell us a lot. And if we can get through those two tests at the beginning and we can if we get through the Tech State, Vandy, Missouri, and Kentucky games, and we're 5-0 going into that bye week, and then next we're headed to LSU. I'm I'm okay. I'm feeling all right. I want to see how it plays out because that LSU that I'm not gonna lie to you, that LSU, um, Oklahoma, Bama, and Ole Miss stretch is gonna be rough.
It's tough. It's tough, but at
We
that same
play,
point,
we
you look
ball.
at yeah, and you look at those schedules a little bit more. Like, who are these teams playing before they play South Carolina? All that
Always,
matters.
all
All of
these
that
things matter.
matters. So
I
we
agree.
will, have good breakdowns getting closer to the season once our guys been through training camp and through practices and they're ready to go, man. Like, at least we'll have a better understanding of where we are, obviously at that point.
Agreed.
So
Agreed.
people are asking for preseason predictions now. It's just too
Not
early,
too
guys.
early. Too early.
It's too
Too
early.
early. Too early.
It's
I got to
just
see
too
what's
early.
going on in fall camp first.
Yeah, yeah. Summer camp. Yeah, summer. He said fall camp.
Well, yeah,
Which
summer.
it's summer fall. I mean, it's the
Yeah,
same thing. If you I guess we'd really say fall camp at this time of the year, it's just absolutely insane because it's 95 degrees outside and
yeah.
oh god, it's so hot outside, man. It's just so dang hot. Yeah, no, I think they're good, man. I'm stoked for this upcoming season. I think this
Correct.
special teams is going to be interesting to watch too. Q, before we wrap it up, man, a couple things going on. For one, CMB is going to be on NBA TV tonight, if I'm not mistaken, playing with the Toronto Raptors. He's
Hmm.
been a name to watch out for so far in the little summer league that they got going on. So really, really fun stuff there. And then the Callisters had a free sweet tea day today. I don't know if it was National Sweet Tea Day or not, but that brought up a topic of the conversation. Top three sweet teas. Q, I'm going to go first on this one. I already told you one time today. McAllister's being one of them, right? I'm not gonna say it's top. It's like number one. I would put it this way: Groucho's would probably take number one, Bernie's number two, then McAllister's takes number three for me of the sweet tea conversations, my rankings. Where are you going with it? And the only reason why McAllister's is in that top three is because it's consistent across the board, no matter where you go. And there's many locations for McAllister's Deli. I'm just putting that out there.
I'll say this for one: ain't nobody sweet tea better than my grandfather's in Aiken. Shout out to Pops. Papa, love you, man. But his sweet tea's elite, immaculate. If it was sold in stores, they probably would test it every day for crack because it's that good. And you talking about consistency? I'm talking about a man that's over 80 years old, still able to make this from scratch. He makes his tea from pure scratch.
Fair enough.
So, but if I'm going restaurants, fast food chains, Rush's is up there. I don't. I am a huge Rush's sweet tea person. I'm huge on their sweet tea. Uh I can't lie. Groucho's is up there. Groucho's is very, 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 very good sweet tea.
It is.
Very, very good sweet tea. I think I need people to hear me on this one.
Oh boy, here we go.
If I'm gonna do fast food chains and I'm gonna yell consistency if I'm gonna yell it,
Don't
McDonald's
you
is pretty consistent, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. McDonald's is pretty daggum consistent with their sweet tea. I'm not gonna. If you're talking strictly consistency, McDonald's is up there, bro. I'm putting it up there before I put Bernie's up there, bro. Because I've had a bad batch of Bernie's sweet tea, bro. I've had a bad batch.
That person must have been fired after that because that's not a normal thing for them.
Hey man, I don't want to hear it, bro. If you're talking consistency, if I was like, all right, I really want some sweet tea, what's open right now? After a South Carolina game, you're gonna go to you would go to McDonald's and you would be fine ordering their sweet tea, bro. It's consistent.
You could have gone Lizard Sticket. You could have gone Lizard Sticket, and you said Mickey D's.
Lizard Sticked's not technically fast food, but if we're doing that, then yeah, I'll take Mickey D's out. 100% Lizard Sticket, 110% Lizard Sticket.
Well, I mean, at that point,
and I will say I will say an overrated one that gets way too much love is Bojangles.
Yes,
I 100% agree with that one.
Yes,
100% agree.
I'm on the hate train. I am on the hate train for Bojangles sweet tea. I'm gonna throw that out there. And if you have a problem, hop in the DMs. I don't care. We can go toe to toe because I'm gonna tell you what, that is the most inconsistent.
They're pretty inconsistent, bro. I agree with that. They're inconsistent, bro. They don't do. I'm not a big fan of their sweet tea like that. No. Like I'm sorry, they don't do what they're supposed to do.
Now, if you want a better sweet tea in the fast food world, you come in with another fried chicken joint. Give me Zaxby's sweet tea, okay? Give me Zaxby's sweet tea.
Not bad.
Consistent. That they stay pretty consistent, I will say.
They're more consistent than like I would say than like a Bojangles, yes.
Mm-hmm.
But I still think they leave a lot to be desired.
Sure.
But I give you that. I think because Bojangles swear they are known for their famous sweet tea, that's what makes them so like overrated. Like it's bad.
Oh yeah, I told Mike Yuva this. He was talking about the sweet tea from Bojangles. I said it is trash. It is trash. Like I said, I will happily say I run the hate train for Bojangles sweet tea. I am the conductor. You name it, I'm running it. And I don't care what anybody's got to say about Bojangles sweet tea. You can sit on the highest hill and preach about Bojangles sweet tea. I'm not joining you on that hill, my friend. I'm watching you from down below, making a fool out of yourself about Bojangles sweet tea. Yeah. It is,
but a top tier one. But a top tier one is Rush's. You're not going. I'll die on that hill. Top tier, very consistent. The best, I'd say, the best one. If you catch it when it's freshest and the best, I would 110% say the best one of the Rushes is probably the headquarters one. I think their sweet tea is really, really good if you catch them on the right day. Really, really good sweet tea. Really, really good. Very consistent. Very good. You're going to get a large every time, and you're going to want to refill every time. So, I could go with them. They would stack up well with me. I would 100%.
I'll also say this: the times that I've had Canes, which is really only in Mobile, Alabama, for the Senior Bowl twice, and then down in Florida, I think it was Miami. I think it's the Canes I went to. Don't try to make sweet tea ever again. That stuff might as well have been brisk. It might have been brisk.
I don't like Canes in general. That's a very overrated spot.
I will say this: if Zaxby's could get the toast that Canes used, they'd be perfect. Honestly, they would be perfect in that conversation, and the sauce, because I do think Cane's sauce is, I would say, quite superior to Zaxby's sauce, but it is better.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I think Zach's sauce is better.
I can't ride with you on that one. I have to give Cane's
I give Zach sauce that.
Yeah. Now, as far as chicken goes, they should be damn ashamed for not seasoning that pale garbage chicken, because that stuff is awful.
Chicken terrible.
Oh, you season it. Like, we're in the South. Why aren't we seasoning our chicken? What is going on here? And the fact of the matter is, I'm in Alabama, close to Louisiana. We're not using any kind of seasoning at Cane's. Like, come on. Maybe that's why we don't have a Cane's in South Carolina, at least not around here. I think the closest one is in Clemson. I think it's in the Clemson area where they eat at. I don't know what they call it up there, but I don't know. But that suits Clemson. No seasoning on their chicken. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. If it tracks, I'm just saying,
That's
it
fair.
tracks. It's fair. I'm just saying it tracks.
Fair.
So if you're upset about the Bojangles rant that we just went on, like I said, the DMs are open. You know, you can mention me, you can yell at me. That's fine. That's fine. It's all entertainment at the end of the day. We definitely want to know y'all's top 3 when it comes to sweet tea, because sweet tea runs the South, and it always will. And which, hey, South Carolina, birthplace of sweet tea. Just saying, it's out there. It's in the history books. I think it's Somerville, if I'm not mistaken. Somerville, South Carolina. So, hey, just saying.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. Q, like so, we will get Tristan Lewis on. There may be an impromptu episode that pops up for that. We'll get him in and do an interview on his time, whatever works for him. And that goes for a couple Gamecocks too. Zion will be on the show as well. Zion Gills, we'll get him on the show. Talk about his commitment to South Carolina, where he sees his class at, and maybe just kind of mix it up a little bit. Once because at this point we are on a holding status with bringing any current players. So we'll bring some commitment, some Gamecock recruits, bring them on. Get them on and talk ball. Yeah, talk
Sounds
ball.
good.
Q, do you have anything else before we wrap up the show, my guy?
Nah, man, it's good stuff. Good stuff.
That's right. Well, guys, we appreciate y'all tuning in live on Facebook, YouTube, X, TikTok. We appreciate y'all listening, tuning in live there. You can find the replay of the show at the Welcome H Pod, the Welcome Podcast on Apple and Spotify. The official South Carolina voice on the Believe Network. We're having a lot of fun with that. You can rate and review the show over there. You can rate and review the show. Guys, we appreciate y'all tuning in, and we will see you next time.
Peace.